This video needs some introduction. First of all, if you remember my old series, or my last video, I said this would that video would have been the last one. I would lied. This is gonna be my final video on the Stanley Parable, in this case 8. Because in my last video, if you remember song 5, well, I tested something afterwards with the few endings I had to do, and that's why I got 6. I recorded yesterday the last video, only I forgot to edit it together and deleted it, so that was 7, and now we're at 8. And what do you think then, Elise? Where's my mouse? Oh no, my mouse. The guild lawsuit. What do you think, Elise? What do you do then? Well, I had to edit my save. If you remember me, if you remember me at oh yeah, this was also a thing. I forgot that this was a thing.
Hold on. What's this?
You tell me, narrator. This was not in my plan original. I forgot this completely.
8. 8. 8.
The Stanley Parable 8? No.
8.
This doesn't look right at
8.
all. The
Oh.
Stanley Parable takes place in an office building. There are doors and branching paths. This is just a button that says 8. Where did the Stanley Parable go?
8.
It does make me think about your name button. It's like Jim.
8.
Oh. Oh. Is that an Xbox? Dat is een Xbox controller met like a stapler and
8. 8. 8.
are you nooit narrator?
8. 8. 8. 8. 8.
Alright, can I leave? I didn't do this in my last recording yesterday.
8.
Which I'm glad, because
8.
otherwise I'd reset this
8.
again.
8.
But if you
I'm looking around and I really can't find the game anywhere. No boss's office or mind control facility or any of that.
8.
Literally just this
8.
8 button.
8.
And what's worse is that you seem to be having a better time with this nonsense game than with the story I wrote for you. I'm
Which
actually
story?
a little insulted.
8.
In that recording, I also resetted my, or edited my save data. I used a program for that. You can do it on your own. Also, there are plenty of tutorials out there. Because, also today we're gonna do a few endings regarding the jump
8.
circle.
8.
And for that you need some jumps left.
8. 8. 8. 8. 8. 8.
Are you annoyed yet, narrator?
8. 8.
Like that one thing that you won't see me doing is, basically altering all the settings.
8.
Just like I showed you, I did the achievement
8.
in there.
Well, I
8.
don't know what happened to the Stanley Parable or what the 8 button is,
8.
but apparently you're having a riveting time with it. And frankly, I don't even want to pander to someone who finds this enjoyable. So with that, I guess just go ahead and enjoy the Stanley Parable 8.
8. 8.
You're not gonna reset the
8.
game?
8.
Oh, I have to restart.
Hold on. What's
8.
this?
I have to restart. Like if you do all altering the settings, by the way, you get a pomposity setting unlocked, but well, we already back then it showed how do you call it? It showed it's just basically a setting which you unlocked, and if you put it on different values, you get random quotes at the start of the game. That's so far I found out of it. So it's not that worth it. But we're gonna do a few endings with the jumping. So, and what do I mean with jumping? Well, I can explain to you something. If you get the normal game, not the Stanley Parable 8. I completely forgot to do that as a secret. I was that close. I did not never showing it. Oh no, here I am in my last video. Now we already know the story. Yeah, if you know from normal thing, you can jump.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Now let's move
Stanley
on
decided to go to the meeting room.
to
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
the new content room. We're going back in. I have done some few things in this video which I won't show in this video, like jumping out of bounds on certain areas and restarting. Get to see in a minute. Get to see in a minute what I mean. Loading, loading, na 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 na. I did some proportions this time because, like, last video I only altered
Listen,
20.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe
I'm
version
talking.
turned out to be.
You can shut up for a minute, narrator. I already know that there is a Stanley Parable 2. But even a Stanley Parable 9.
So
You...
forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we
still not
take it
friends.
one
As you
step
see.
even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time
Quote unquote
ever,
first
the
time.
Stanley Parable 2.
Quote unquote first time. I was talking, this time on
Yes,
purpose.
you see, isn't this far
Shut up!
superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely
What I
new
said last time,
experience
and
built from the ground
video,
up.
and I'm gonna say it
Why
this time
there's so
again.
many
This
possibilities.
logo,
It could
this
go
one
in
is very
so
creative,
many
I have to admit.
different directions.
It's the same logo
This
pictures with
is
like the
what
two
fans
stripes.
have truly been
Creative,
asking for.
the creative, one creative thought.
Now, to be clear,
But,
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing.
Shut up,
for
I'm
it.
talking!
I
You're
feel
interrupting my
that if I
story.
can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally
Yeah, we know,
spring
sir.
up
Narrator,
around
blah,
them.
blah, 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 blah,
It'll
blah,
all
blah, blah,
work
blah,
itself
blah.
out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Like, I did some message portion because last time I entered 20. So if I'm now correctly, 2000 not
You
enough.
know what? Let's
Did I do something wrong? Hang on. I think I did something wrong. I'm pretty sure I had saved. Maybe 2000 is too much. I saved like file open about. Now what I'm gonna do? Stanley. Hang on, more. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this live because last time it worked, but now it doesn't. I think I will leave a link to that in the description also. The app releases 1.1. Any save editor X. I Windows, it is not the save. I've used it before. Niche data save that. We're going to. I bet I can show you what I'm doing. No, not this. Where's my window? Where's my display capture? Yeah, basically on this page, this is why I got the save edit from Windows. Will might disable it because it's not verified, like certificate. So it might see it in various, it is not. I don't have any issues with. Basically, it's a save editor, and there's like access to every save point or save string in your file. And if you look around here enough, maybe I send it 2 or 3 times, everything jumps remaining. Oh, it still sees this 2. Make it 200. Int value 0. Let's make that 0. I maybe need to leave those empty. And we're gonna go save. It says save. And now if we relaunch back the game, that doesn't work, then I have to figure something out, and I'm gonna come back to you. Well, we're on the Stanley Parable 10 now. But me and the narrator still are not friends. So that you know. Like, of course, the first time it works, and the second time you try it, like, you delete your save recording, and then it all goes out, and then the legend of the hole. The infinite hole. The infinite hole. Like, the thing is, like, I had it all tried out, I've tried stuff, and I put on all my recording, even to go through all the settings. And no, it didn't work.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's already edited the save file. Like I think this I deleted it by accident because I recorded like last night around between 10 and 11, or even yeah, like around 11 p.m. in the evening. And I was like, I'm gonna put it together tomorrow, you know, edit it, and I tried to delete some recordings because I had some before I uploaded the video. And by accident I deleted my Stanley Parable recording. And I was like, afterwards I was like, I'm gonna put that back together while I'm having lunch. And it was like, oh shit! I already deleted it. It was like, now here I am.
We take it one step even further.
Like I have at least 2 endings, 2 secrets to show. 1 ending. Hold on, I need Notion. Where's Notion? My note program. I have at least 1 more ending to show. Like if you like there are 3 more secrets on the top of my head. Yeah, we have 3 more secrets and 1 more sinister thing show, at least. And then of course the setting world's champion.
Isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel.
You know, Narrator, between us, between us. We're a bit late. We're already at the Stanley Parable 10.
So many different directions.
The Legend of the Hole.
This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Still 0. Okay, I'm gonna be back, and like for you 3 seconds, but for me, I know I'm gonna fix this because I need the jumps for some later parts in the video. So I'll be right back. So 5 minutes later, I fixed the issue. I looked around at the date, like the post on Reddit and like the post info on GitHub, which is a link. Apparently, I was a little too optimistic with the jump circle. The jump circle goes up to 100 in like value, and not above that, so that was the issue. For you it was 3 seconds of watching, waiting. For me it was like 5 minutes, but like the thing is why I said editing to save that and editing the jumps back.
I actually think the jump circle was...
If you go stand in the jump circle instead of jumping, restart the game again. You can jump, and it doesn't take away from your jump circle.
All of his characters were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
You're gonna jump around in the game, and we're going to do a few secrets with this. Like the first secret I want to show you is one where you don't need the bucket. You don't want to take the bucket.
Stanley came to a set of 2.
And then I think
the correct way to the meeting room.
You can like take the bucket.
Knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Also tempted to break the game again, just purely because I can. Like what I'm not gonna do in this video, which I did in my previous video.
Yes.
I jumped off a few edges in like the mind control facility, which was supposed to be doable on my main issue, but this is possible to jump off. I was like, oh.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
First thing we want to do is not come back here. You don't need to ride the elevator or something for that. We're going to back in the vent. And with back in the vent, you get not like the bucket ending you need. You want the other one.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
You want to come back here and you see a few boxes. If you jump across it, you get... When you press interact on this, you get a sort of Dark Souls ending, or secret. This only can occur with jumping. And
was so far off the beaten
Narrator, shut up.
Seeing the officer begun was so far off the beaten
This only can be acquired with the jumps enabled. If you don't have your jumps enabled, you need to edit the save data again. Don't worry, this doesn't corrupt anything since it's a single player game. Also, for the next for one of the next two secrets, you need to jump, and that requires the elevator. But the first secret I'm gonna show is a bit dark. After this.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What
I
a
did.
silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through.
Like, this is what I did from, like, I jumped off railings and you're just sitting here.
Head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory.
But this was that. You never know what you're recording, huh?
Turns out
No, Mr. Narrator, no.
Imagination. You must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life
It's not simple to be me, to be in
unending
Transgender.
waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do.
Yeah, that sounds like a you issue.
Look what you've done to me. This is all.
No. You took it too serious. Took it too serious. You know, actually, the next secret is gonna be a bit dark, but I want to do it twice. One with the bucket and one without, because in my last video I didn't do it with the bucket. I did it only without the bucket. So, we're once again going back to the right.
When Stanley came to assess
The next,
this was not the correct way to the meeting.
No, I will wait a bit.
And Stanley knew
Won't
it
say it
perfectly
because
well.
the narrator's like,
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
always
first,
talking.
just
He like
to
thinks he
admire
always has to say something, just like a teacher, you know.
it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm gonna put here a little sensitive warning. If you can't handle that dark stuff, and the next thing is gonna be a bit dark, then click away for a bit, because the next dialogue is gonna be dark. If you think about it. Also, if you struggle with the subject, you can always join my Discord, which is at the bottom of the description down below, and talk to me. I'm happy to be your talking ear if you need someone. Otherwise, if you struggle with it and you need help, please seek help, because the next subject is going to be a bit serious. And actually shouldn't be joked about, but so the people that I wanted to click away for now, clicked away. And I'm gonna start. Like, if you remember in the last episode with the manager's office, you can quickly go in and out. You get like a special ending. Also, that also occurs with the lift.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Pretty far or down there.
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
You get it meaning why I said it last time, because he's actually telling me to get myself. So this is why I said sensitive subject. It's so dark. When I saw this on YouTube, I was like looking for secrets that I maybe not should. I was like, oh damn. Oh, I'm not doing it. I'll go back. How can I jump? What if I jump like to the left here?
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
What I want to do it with the bucket. Because I actually didn't try it like last time with the bucket, so...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps it's bucket time.
Like, I didn't try it with the bucket last time. So I'm not thinking of it. Like, Stanley Parable 8, the
Stanley
bucket.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind.
The
bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the...
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
Mr. Narrator, we're gonna have a conversation here. I don't
I'm
think...
serious, Stanley. Jump. Jump with the bucket. I promise you'll live. I extra double promise that you can land on the bucket and not die.
Let's talk about this. I don't think, A, if you jump on a bucket full of metal, that you will survive. And B, I don't think it's being used as a cushion device. So... What? Hello?
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
That doesn't change the set. Like, change this a bit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply... It's bucket time.
For the next time, I don't know if you can... I think you can do it with the bucket, you can do it without the bucket, but I'm gonna take the bucket because...
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his...
If you remember, like those instructional videos,
Stanley had felt
can we
the
go into
bucket
there?
calling to
Like,
him, telling
how
him
to tell a
that
joke
the
is way more funny
employee
than that, like,
lounge was simply
choices
the
to
place
make.
be.
Video, you know?
And here it was. Had the
Like-
bucket turned out to be correct?
Like,
Well,
last time I chose the...
the bucket was wrong.
you call it?
Stanley took the door.
That's
on
a
his
bucket,
left to go
without a
back to the
bucket, I
meeting
was like, oh, this choice video sucks so bad.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yeah. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley
Wow.
once again obeyed blindly.
Like, also the thing is, like,
Now pick up the...
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
because it looks funny.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking.
No.
Obviously,
I want to do
the
what I want to
bucket
do.
isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk.
I know
It's
that
a
buckets
joke.
can talk.
Don't you get the joke?
That's a
It's
bad
funny,
joke.
Stanley. A talking bucket.
That's not funny.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker?
No. Talking bucket is not funny.
Timing is so difficult.
Sorry.
I wish I were better at it, but there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
I don't want to look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic
Timing.
timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
I
And
can
more
say it's funny.
importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is
It's yes.
yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone
Someone
laugh,
laugh.
in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal
Optimal
conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief
ALESA.
synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With
ALESA.
these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than
18
18
seconds.
and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny now.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of
I'm an
expectations
image thinker.
management,
So
which
if
is
you
the
said to me like
cornerstone
no
of
more than
good
13
comedy.
and a half seconds and
Finally,
no less
it's
no
time
less
to
than
hand
no
out
more than
surveys.
18, no
Collecting
more than
hard
13 and a
data
half,
from
and yeah,
the
only
audience
take
on how rapt they were
bedroom breaks
throughout
and
the
that's
joke
I can barely
is
see
the only way
someone
to
telling a
grow
joke
a
like
learn
hold
as a
on, we need to go
comedian.
to the toilet.
An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point,
No.
you gut-busting little scamp. After all, with each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated,
Maybe.
isn't it?
Maybe.
Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors
I
and
don't wanna.
walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic
I don't wanna.
delivery. Come
I
along,
don't wanna.
let's
No,
head back.
no, no. I mean, so mean to me, yeah? Like, this is why I told you need to also jump for this. Because basically,
I can feel it. This time, I'm
jump on the
really
edge
going to
and
nail
fall.
the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say.
like, you don't fall to your death. And you can explore down here a bit.
Hilarious.
But the real
concept.
thing,
The
actually,
king
why
of
is this a
comedy.
secret
That's
cult? Or we
what
call
you'll
this an
call
ending.
me. Thank goodness we have the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right
Because of
now.
this.
Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
I don't know how this
The
ending is
bucket
called
spoke to
exactly, or the
Stanley.
secret, but I call it the fantasy, and I think it's the
bucket
fantasy ending.
Oh, I'll figure
But
it
I
out
call
on
it the
fly.
Dog B
Don't
ending.
overthink things.
And jump off. Like, I call it the Dog B ending, but I think it's called the fantasy ending on the top of my head. Because why does it call it Dog B ending? Because you have here several loading dogs, and it's loading Dog B. But you know those cartoons where like people, if they like the main antagonist is like in a group and he like raises his hand and everyone's like, oh, and then he raises it back and everyone becomes like, oh. That's what this reminds me of. Listen, huh? That's what this reminds me of. Eventually, from here onwards, there is no more stuff to do. Basically, you can like jump around a bit and explore, but yeah, you're stuck here. No door open. You can't climb like the warehouse back up. So we're gonna restart the game from here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm not gonna take the bucket, but you can take the bucket for this next secret, and you particularly don't need jumping, but it can speed up the progress. So I don't want to make this too long. It's already been like 30
When
minutes.
Stanley came to
Oh.
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Like in my last video, I also broke the game quite often by like jumping on stuff around. I had to jump on stuff.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Broom
Stanley
closet!
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
No, no, no,
So
no.
he turned around and
No,
got back on
there's definitely here. There's like a broom, there's a broom bucket, like some tape, a cord, duct
There was
tape.
nothing here. No choice to make.
Oh,
no
I have a
path to
choice,
follow,
hoor.
just
Annoying
an
you.
empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I was talking. If you let me talk and explain what I'm doing here, what is there here to look, maybe I will come out of the broom closet then.
It was
So,
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
this Elise
Isn't doing anything.
and this she.
At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
No, no, no,
As it
no.
is, he's
Hey,
literally
look,
just
we know each
standing
other now
there
for like
doing
10
a
episodes,
CFA.
9 episodes, and you're still calling me Elise? You're not calling me Elise, you're calling me Stanley and he? No, I'm not coming out of the broom closet.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes. Problems with it?
Standing around doing nothing?
What's the papa?
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely
Well,
confused.
first of all, it's just curiosity. Then I was trying to talk, then you interrupted me, and now I'm just suddenly sitting here to annoy you. Because you keep calling me Stanley,
Realize
he...
There's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked
It is Elise.
past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for
No,
exploring it.
I'll always have find a reason.
But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of
Make
absolutely
it, make
no
it, make it.
significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Because you never would expect someone to actually go into the broom closet and be like, hey, he's sitting there,
Maybe
she's sitting
to
in
you
there.
This is somehow its own branching path.
Yeah?
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending?
Stanley, get out of the closet!"
broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concern.
Imagine he's asking like, Stanley, come out of the closet. Doesn't make him make the Stanley gay. If you say like, Elise, come
Stanley
out...
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also,
Whoa,
Stanley's
whoa,
addicted to
whoa,
drugs
whoa,
and hookers.
whoa. Now we're gonna play the mean game? Your narrating sucks. And this Elise, huh?
To a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Oh.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's
Never
nothing
calling me
here,
Elise. It's always
when a
Stanley
physical
this, Stanley
malady of
this,
some
he this,
sort
he this.
shut down your central
Like a she,
nervous system
my own
and
pet
you
is like
collapsed on the
transgender.
keyboard.
And
Well, in a situation
but like I
this,
said, I'm
the
like, he was
responsible
asking like,
thing is to
Stanley, can you
alert
come out of the
someone
closet?
nearby
Does that make Stanley
so as
gay?
to ensure that your body is taken
Because if you say like, Elise, come out of the closet. Oh, I'm lesbian and a transgender, so we can't come double out of the closet. But everyone already knows, so...
Is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless
I'm playing with the earphones, Mr. Narrator, that doesn't work.
It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place,
Who wants to play?
making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming.
Wants to play.
So that the irony
Apparently I'm
and
dead, so-
insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
What's the play? Because apparently to the narrator, I'm Stanley, I'm a he, but we already talked, I'm a transgender girl, I'm Elise, so it's a she, we never learned, and apparently I'm dead, so who wants to play? No one? Can I continue? But also let me know in the comments down below if you think like if the narrator says Stanley come out of the closet, that makes Stanley gay or not. Because yeah, now he apparently has a wife, so fine, I'll come out of the broom closet.
Second player, it's good to have you on board.
Oh, shut
I
up.
guarantee, coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I want to say one thing. I've countless time in my episodes been interacting with this elevator. This elevator does nothing. You stand in it and it gives the illusion that you're going up or down, but this actually just stays there. So it's like an endless elevator ride.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush
I
to
was
get
niet
through
in een
the
rush.
story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward.
Hey, I don't see anything.
Passageway.
Shut up. I'm trying something. I can jump on that. What did I get? To jump on the railing.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit
Elise,
peculiar.
this is Elise.
There was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Oh, yeah, the
Why
cough.
did he feel this now,
Apologies.
when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
And one thing, you can go like this and jump down. I did it, but I'm not gonna do it this time because all the way, otherwise you have to.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Otherwise you have to go all the way back. Oh, before I go to the settings after this, I want to try out more things. What if you go there and
what horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
And jump
Did he
from
have
there
the
downwards
strength
onto this
to find
catwalk?
out?
I actually didn't think about it. Like, you get so much time with the jumping thing, but
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each
One of
bore
us
the number
fired.
of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
2, 3, 4 glitched. 601 is also fired. Like, you can do this without the jumping. Yeah, you have to be
This
careful.
mind control facility
At a point, this door will
was
reopen
to
again,
believe it couldn't
but
be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
like, you don't need to go into the elevator. I'm gonna speed this up a bit, because only do not have thing. Like, I don't know if you like. Last time I jumped onto the catwalk and it opened up. So I don't know if it like opens up from itself. I thought you didn't need to jump for this, but I think apparently you need. Like, now they open up, and I don't know if this happens from like standard, but if you then go back all the way to the lights and do like this, you press it again. You get like a disco secret. So this is like a disco secret. It's by the way copyrighted. Ah, no care. Whee! Why did the disco stop?
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome!
I thought you could
You
party
see,
down here.
When the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during
Oh, yeah, I don't
development.
care. I want to go
And
back to the
all
disco.
sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave?
No, I want to
New
give the disco, but
content?
you remove.
Always
Teleport me
more
back up.
content, more content,
No,
more,
no, no, no,
more,
disco,
more,
disco,
more,
disco.
more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs.
Didn't cover any nook
How
and cranny of
about
the
this?
game.
We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job.
So it's funny.
3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier.
Like, you have to give it to them for like making a music piece for this.
Don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Like, what I did after this was the settings things. I changed all the settings. I got the setting achievement. With the pomposity ending. And it basically sometimes the quotes at the beginning of the game, depending on how much your pomposity is. So...
When Stanley came to a set of two
we're
open
going to the
doors,
right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section.
Oh wait, I want to
walked
try something.
straight ahead to the opposite door and got back on track.
Jump on this. Ooh. Ooh. I think I'm back on it. This is a little thing you can't figure out with like jumping. You get like a look from above. Maybe I should take it one more video to like jumping and exploring around. But I wanna do one more thing at least for this video, or two more.
But
More or less
Stanley didn't want to
semi-parable
go back to
video.
the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Sure, it is to the right, Mr. Narrator?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
I don't know.
What was
You're,
I
you're
thinking?
giving me directions.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute,
Oh.
please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Say it. Unsolved. Like, that's the things that you can like explore with your jumping. That's also fun to do. Like, I now want to do this.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Oh.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about rather
What?
than waste my time
No,
trying to salvage this
no.
nonsense,
No.
we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't
Oh.
wander so far
Nothing
off track,
happens.
Okay, from the top.
Nothing happens. God damn it. Can I go to the new content from here? Otherwise I have to
All
restart
of
the
his
game.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content is not here. Okay, begin the game again. I want to show you what you get if you do like the settings achievement. And there are guides for it on Steam, so you can do it from
Even
there.
now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. It's bucket time.
So... And yeah, you can also jump over several leggings and get soft locked. Oh. Thing is, if you go, if like still with the jumping enabled, if you go back to the the thing to the new content, you get space to jump. Don't jump, because at the moment you jump, it starts counting your jumps down. So as long as you get this in your screen, don't jump. It will count your jumps down.
On the Stanley
Maybe we lose them
and
again.
about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable.
Yeah, Mr. Narrator.
And any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first
Quote
time
unquote
ever,
first time.
the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover.
I know, I was like in the Stanley Parable 11 or 10. Was it 10 or 11?
From the ground up.
I know.
Why there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly
I also
been
wanted to
asking
try
for.
something out in my last video
Now,
as
to be
last
clear,
thing.
I haven't quite nailed down
But my
exactly
jumps
the
were...
Stanley Parable 2
I
is going to
used all my
be,
jumps
but
because
let's
in the
take a
new
look
your
at some
jumps
of
are
the
counting
features
down
I've
from the
been
moment you enter the
developing
new
for me.
content area again.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here
Are we
we
near
are.
again?
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh yeah, after you do the settings world champion thing and go to all the settings in, how do you call it? The menu. And also be aware of like hidden settings for subtitles and such stuff. You go up here, this door will open. And while it's here opened,
Ah, I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done.
So disappointing, yeah.
You've experienced
What I've
every
done.
setting. Traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So,
this is all funny.
just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting. Something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
I wanted to try something, and that is what I was actually the last thing I want to do, and they acted.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier.
And that
than
is like what
Ultra
happens if
Deluxe,
you jump
don't you
into
think?
like the
Ultra Deluxe.
into the
What
showcase
do you
area here.
mean? But all right, have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
Yes. Otherwise I wouldn't can go here, Mr. Narrator. Or do I say Mrs. Narrator, since you're calling me he then. And open cross this.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the
Oh,
new
he
features? I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features
Oh,
will come together as
God damn
one
it.
single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
Oh,
There's
that is so
definitely a good game in there
disappointing. They
somewhere.
put a
Hey,
skybox
let's do an
above it.
experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or
He
not
put a skybox
it
above
coheres
it.
into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Well, with that, there comes an ending to the Stanley Parable series on my YouTube channel.
Here it is.
If you
I
want
give
any
you
other
the
episodes, I highly
Stanley
recommend you do.
Parable 2.
The narrator talks in the background with this new Stanley Parable 2. I don't have 36 left.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
But,
sort of... Okay, never mind.
Yes, this is
Hold on.
actually
Let me
indeed
do
going to
a
be the
different
last one, because I don't think there's anything more for me to
Okay,
cover.
yes,
And like
this is
exploring with
much
jumping
better.
could be a
I
thing,
think
but I don't think that's fully pledged
Here
for
we
one
go.
video.
Version
So I highly,
2.
highly recommend going on your own and testing that out.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
If you're new around here
This
and don't
isn't
know
a
me, I'm also
coherent
known as
video
Hot
game
from
at all,
Juju
it's a
or
lot of
Hot
gags.
as Elise.
And I do
As
very
you
much
heard
enjoy
earlier in my
creating
video, I'm a
gags, so they
transgender
don't
girl,
add up to
so
anything.
I also stream
I
on
wanted more
occasional
than
2
anything
or
to
1
create
times
a
a week.
sequel that
Gonna
will
know when I'm
capture
live.
all the
I
magic
have a
of the
Discord down below, as I
first
said
game.
earlier, at the
I
bottom
wanted
of the video
fans to love it.
description.
No matter how
At the
good
video
these gags are, they
description,
won't stand on their own.
in my
They would need
like
the
at the bottom of the
structure
video
and the
description.
gameplay of the
In my
original.
video in my Discord there is a schedule
Maybe
channel.
that's it.
You can look
You
there.
can take the original Stanley
Or you
Parable
can
and
look
simply,
either
well,
at my
insert a
Twitter
few
or
running
Instagram. Will
features
also be at the bottom of the video description.
with
And look
respect.
there. I'll
With
occasionally
care for the
post, try to
vision
post
and
every Sunday
integrity
and
of the
a
original
schedule
game.
update from when I'm live, what I'm gonna do.
Possibly work.
Also, my Discord is the best place to
But
stay
it
up to
would
date
need a
from
really
regarding my socials. And if you want to talk to
tremendous
me,
title screen. A title screen that says with
well, my
bold
outro screen will
and
continue video recommended from my
uncompromising
channel to you.
conviction,
It's based on what you
this
watch a lot,
is
that will be on the
Stanley
right.
Parable
If you
2.
don't like it, I highly recommend going to my
Is
channel
that
button on the
something
middle.
up?
Search for the Let's Play playlist on my channel. Either scroll down a bit or go to playlist here and find it.
Take a look.
This playlist of content I've done over the past year or so, past 2 years. So there will be something in there, something for you. I know it. On my left will be this. On the left of the outro screen will be the Stanley Parable playlist. If you haven't seen other episodes, I highly recommend you do. And with that, I'm going to say have a wonderful day, night, or week wherever you are. And until next time, bye, bye.
以上の皆さんとつなぎのとこになればいばいない思いついたら歩いていて心のゴミを残さないように